attention, the man in charge when the action begins, the runway model, Brian Tyler. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Morelos, Mexico. He weighed in at 133 pounds, representing Uprising MMA, the Renegade, Brian Tapia. His opponent across the cage in the red corner makes his home in the Vacaville, California. He represents Team Alpha Male. He weighed in at 133 pounds even, Daniel Robles. Here we go, guys. It is Daniel Robles in the white trunks with the black trim, and in the solid black trunks, it is Brian Tapia from Morelos, Mexico. And here we go. Brian Tyler, the runway model, will bring them together. Tapia, the shorter fighter. And nice jab shot out there. Nice jabs right there from Robles. It's always nice to see those crisp shots from these Ammies. Head kick attempted by Tapia. The Renegade. The man in black. Hands down at his sides, clowning. No respect for the power at all of Daniel Robles. And that's either going to be a highlight reel or he's going to end up on YouTube. A Superman jab, which I've never seen before. And he's changing his stances quite a bit. Is Tapia, and he's still got his hands all the way down at his sides. I hate to see it, but I mean, if he can get away with it, although that's a big right hand there by Robles, as Tapia is still controlling the action, though, as he pushes Robles back up against the cage and continues to clown him, does Tapia. Nice right hand, I'm sorry, left hand, pardon me, by Brian Tapia, the Renegade. Jab still coming out from Robles, but not as much pop as it had a bit earlier on. Still trying to find that range. You can hear the corner of Brian Tapia telling him to let go with his hands, and that jab continues to land lightly for Robles, Daniel Robles from Vacaville, California. Spinning back kick miss. And you could hear the corner. And Tapia got hit. And it's interesting because he was clowning and he was sticking his chin out and his hands down at his sides. And actually, he's going to get talked to by Brian Tyler about doing that because they don't like that in camo. And to be honest with you, he got hit with a couple shots, including that trip hammer jab that landed 5 or 6 times throughout that round. Showing no respect for the hands of Daniel Robles. Robles landing that trip hammer-like jab. Not really hard, but it was hitting. And he's got that reach advantage if he can continue to do that. It's very dangerous leaving your hands at your side when a guy has that kind of reach on you. But Tapia very comfortable, did not get hit too hard. And maybe just lulling him into a sense of security here. We don't know. Tyler will bring them together for the second round, and we'll see if anything changes. The shoulders are coming up quite abruptly for Daniel Robles, showing that he might be a little bit tired, and the jab right away again. Some boxing background, I think, from Daniel Robles, and he continues to go back to that jab, and that is such an important tool in a fighter's toolbox. And now the hands are up, though, for Tapia, so I don't know if it was the ref's pep talk or the coach, or he just didn't like getting hit, but his hands are definitely up and around the face now, and he's still getting hit with that jab. Inside leg kick attempted there from Robles. Teep kick from Robles. Robles staying busy, but he's only throwing 1 or 2 shots, no punches and bunches, not a lot of work. Output for sure, but it's 1 shot here, 1 or 2 shots there, and now Tapia lands a big right that gets the crowd's attention. Uppercut attempted, and still he's stalking him into that cage. That's what he was doing in round number 1. He's got to keep his hands up. Superman punch attempted, big right hand by Tapia, inside leg kick, another inside leg kick, another right hand, and Tapia now getting busy. And Daniel Robles is seeing a different Brian Tapia in round number 2 as he ducks under that shot from Robles, and Robles responds with a duck of his own. And now it's the left hand of Tapia that's landing at will. And the head movement now, but he's got his hands back down again. Cut forming under the right eye of Brian Tapia. And he's landing big shots now and a knee. And Robles looking for a takedown. He is getting the worst of the stand-up right now, but instead he comes back with 2 knees and a right hand that just misses. Tapia continues to stalk though. And Daniel Robles continues to be back on his heels, walking back from Brian Tapia. And that'll end round number 2. Some big knees though. And a nice finish from Daniel Robles just when I was writing him out of the round. Tapia refusing to sit down on the bench, refusing to stand still. As his coach tries to implore him and give him some advice, Tapia is content to pace back and forth and stare down his opponent, Daniel Robles, across the cage. Shades of Darth Maul when he just stares at his opponents before taking them out. And Tapia has not taken his eyes off of Daniel Robles in between rounds here. Robles, for his part, getting some water, getting some advice from his coaches. He sat down, took the rest. Tapia looks fresh. Robles' shoulders coming up and down. Is he tired? He looks to be. Will that be a factor? Tapia pushes the action again. Inside leg kick from Robles. Answered. Nice shot from Robles, and he has now opened up the nose of Brian Tapia. And it's funny because you saw a lot of output from Tapia, but the damage is actually on the face of Brian Tapia. It's that jab that just continues to land for Daniel Robles. Big knee. I like the body shots from Tapia as he looks for a single leg. He might be getting tired of getting hit here, and he will take Robles down handily. And immediately going to, looks like a butterfly guard or a half butterfly guard is Daniel Robles, and will he let him up? He's gonna throw some leg kicks. And the blood is streaming out of the nose of Brian Tapia, as well as under the eye with that mouse. Cannot tell if there's any blood on the face of Daniel Robles. Up kicks now. Robles doing a good job down here, not getting kicked with those leg kicks, and also not letting Brian Tapia advance on him or get any kind of shots in. And now he's inside, but again, controlling the posture. He's going for a triangle. Daniel Robles has this, and it's pretty deep. He's got to pull his head down. This fight might be over. Out of nowhere, Daniel Robles throws up a triangle. And he's got it nice. He knows how to pull the head down. Not a lot of time left. Can he hold out? Brian Tapia continues to throw shots, and this fight is over, but what a submission. He tapped with 1 second left. Brian Tapia tapped with 1 second left in round number 3. Daniel Robles threw up a triangle choke out of nowhere and taps him with 1 second left.
All right, guys, that was a great fight. Put your hands together for these two. All right, guys, listen to this. With 1 second left in the fight, referee Brian Tyler has called a stop to this contest. Your winner via tap out due to triangle choke, Daniel Robles. 1 second. Daniel, come over here. Okay, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was landing some good shots, and it looked like he was doing more damage. However, your jab was getting through almost every single time. You opened up a cut under his eye, you opened up his nose, and that jab was just so stealthily coming in there. But out of nowhere, man, with 1 second left, you threw up that triangle. Did you know you had him?
Yeah, once I felt him kind of hesitating and getting desperate, I kind of knew it was over.
Were his shots hard? Because he came out, his hands were down on his side, he was kind of clowning a little bit. Was he landing hard shots on you?
Yeah, he got 2 big shots on my left side, man. Fucking felt those.
All right, man, well, check this out. You had 1 second left. It looked like he was going to hold on, but you tapped him out. Great fight, man. Congratulations, Daniel Robles.
Man, I just want to give a big shout out to my coach Hector, man, my dad, and all the homies from Vacaville, Woodland, and all my